There's a crisis happening at the moment, and it's one that all of us should care about, mainly because it's a textbook case of human genocide. And it's happening in a country whose state chancellor, which acts basically as the Prime Minister, is a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Myanmar, also known as Burma, is a country located here, not far from the Indian subcontinent. On 25th of August 2017, Myanmar became embroiled with international attention when the army systematically launched a clearance operation in the southern Rakhine state, which is located here. Between then and now, Myanmar's army has been mindlessly destroying homes and villages of the Rohingya, a Muslim minority group who reside in the Rakhine state. Sadly, state persecution against Rohingya is not an entirely new subject. Rohingya were made stateless by Myanmar in 1982, and the group has always faced discrimination predominantly from the military leaders since Myanmar's independence from Britain in the 1940s. Military coups in 1962 and 1988 have ensured that Myanmar's government is always in some part being ruled by nationalistic and discriminative military leaders. Much of this violence is due to religion. Although not a theocratic state, a 2014 census revealed that 88% of Myanmar's population follow the beliefs of Buddhism, whereas the Rohingya are a predominantly Islamic group. In the 5 months since the clearance operation was launched on August 25, 2017, the violence against the Rohingya has been at its absolute worst. Between 1977 and the beginning of 2017, a period of 40 years, close to 1 million Rohingya have fled persecution in Myanmar. Yet, in the 2 months since 2017's crackdown, 605,000 Rohingya have fled from Myanmar to the Cox's Bazar region of Bangladesh, and that's an average of roughly 10,000 people per day. This chaotic crisis was catalysed by a military assault on a government outpost in Rakhine State on October 9, 2016. Myanmar's government blamed Rohingya insurgents for this apparent show of rebellion, and consequently, a military crackdown in Rakhine State was authorised. This led to 2017's crisis because the army only intensified their campaign after another reported Rohingya assault, which occurred on August 25, 2017. A hallmark of the 2017 Rohingya crisis has been the army's senseless destruction and killing. According to the Myanmar government, over 80 villages have been burned to the ground. And in December 2017, 176 villages were officially declared abandoned. The number of Rohingya murdered by Myanmar's military in these destructive raids unfortunately remains inconclusive. Myanmar's military has also been accused of raping significant numbers of Rohingya women and children during the clearance operation. The United Nations Agency for Human Rights investigated this issue in February 2017 and interviewed 204 Rohingya who had fled from Myanmar since the military's initial crackdown in October of 2016. Of the 101 women they talked to, 52 of them reported being raped or subjected to sexual violence by the military. And the UN believes this is an underestimation due to the personal nature of the topic. What makes the Rohingya crisis worse though is that these people don't have safe places to go. Bordering Bangladesh has been reluctant to provide a permanent solution. In the Cox's Bazar region of Bangladesh, they've struggled with both resources and shelter for the increasingly overwhelming numbers of Rohingya refugees. Consequently, the Bangladeshi government has made it clear that they eventually intend to negotiate with Myanmar to resettle the Rohingya back in Rakhine State. Myanmar's state chancellor, de facto leader, and Nobel Peace Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi has faced strife for her apparent ignorance towards the issue. She has not in any way condemned the actions of her military against the Rohingya. The international community's stance on the issue is rather clear too.
The situation remains, or seems, a textbook example of ethnic cleansing.
And those exact words were echoed by the United States Secretary of State Rex Tillerson just 2 months later. And that international pressure paid off on November 24, 2017, 91 days after the major crackdown began, as Bangladesh and Myanmar signed a provisional deal to resettle Rohingya in Rakhine State. The deal, however, doesn't appear to be as favourable as it first sounds. Inner sources have indicated that the Myanmar government is planning to detain Rohingya in concentration camps. In fact, Whether it's even safe for the Rohingya to return to Myanmar remains unclear, leaving the future of the world's most persecuted minority extremely controversial, bleak, and simply uncertain.